about Leopold's Book Bar Cafe. It's Madison's bookstore for night owls, open till midnight every night. They've got lunch now, and starting next month, dinner next door at their sister restaurant, Fabiola's Spaghetti House and Deli. Leopold's is also perfect for holiday gifts, by the way, with over 5,000 books and hundreds of wines. Head over to Greenbush and stop in at Leopold's. Today on CityCast Madison. It's Thursday, so of course, we're dishing on Madison's food scene. What do coconut milk, warm spices, and a mother's love share? A large place in a Madison restaurant success story. Ahan is a Laotian-style restaurant owned by local restaurateurs Chucky and Jamie Brown Sukasume, formerly Jamie Hong. The two started Ahan back in 2020 in a small corner of the Burr Oak event space. And due to popular demand, they just moved into a much bigger spot, the former El Dorado Grill location on Willie Street. And the word is, business is good. We sit down with the restaurant's co-owner and chef, Jamie, to hear more about the move and what's at the heart of Ahan. It's Thursday, December 21st. I'm Bianca Martin, and here's what Madison's talking about. Jamie, hello.
Hi.
Hi. So, congratulations on making the big Cross East Side move. Started from like 12, 20 seats. Now you got 100. How does it feel?
Thank you. It feels great. We're starting to get more comfortable in our own space. It is a bit of a learning curve because we have so many more seats, a bar, and different walking traffic, a whole different like business pattern with all these music venues close to us and being closer to downtown. But overall, we really, really enjoy having our own space and getting to curate everything on our own.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned that there's some different, patterns in terms of customers coming in, getting foot traffic. I wanted to ask, moving from Winnebago to Willie, you're in this new spot on Williamson Street. How's that location been for business?
Oh, it's been really great. I feel like we have seen a lot of new guests just from, being downtown, and the Sylvie is right there. So there's a lot of different types of shows there as well. And I feel like we're getting also a lot more people from UW, whether it's students or like professors, just because we're so much closer to campus, even though it's only like, an extra 5 minutes probably. But yeah, definitely a really young crowd, just a variety of people coming in, which is great. And also just still not being too far, having our regular customers as well.
That's so exciting. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I am around the Sylvie pretty frequently, like walking around. There's always crowds coming out of the shows there.
Yeah.
I'm sure that really does make a difference for the businesses around there. So the space you're in, it used to be the El Dorado Grill, the longtime Tex-Mex restaurant. What are the biggest changes to your operations being in that bigger space?
The biggest changes, mainly just how much more dining we're doing. I think we had to get like a way bigger, front of house staff. We're still doing a lot of takeouts and deliveries, but I think just the amount of dine-ins is, triple at least. And then also, having to do a bar and, have all that extra inventory and do a whole nother menu and figure out how that works out creatively. Like, with our bartenders and then our bar manager, Megan Kahn, they've done a really great job creatively of making the bar menu fit with the food menu, I think.
I'm glad you brought up takeout, because my first time having Ahan was for my birthday 2 years ago. It's like, we have to have this, it's during pandemic times. And so we got takeout. It was so good. I think I got a curry, and the cow Todd is like insane. This deep fried rice, imitation crab, like, you guys, your food was fire. And so I'm not surprised that this demand, has brought you to the new space. I want to dive into your menu for folks who, are seeing Ahan as a new restaurant option. Maybe they haven't heard of you or haven't had the chance of going. What's what's on your menu? Like, what are your main dish options or your certified staple items?
For staples, I would say for the appetizers, I think there's just so many of those that people love. You know, like you mentioned the cotard. That's like one of the staples. The pork dumplings, definitely that. But then either of the egg rolls for sure, the vegetable and the lao egg rolls. And I think a lot of things are just so shareable. I think it's a lot of fun for people to get all those items and share them. And then I think for the noodle dishes, I would say the staples are the red curry udon and the drunken noodles. Those are like two of the most popular dishes in general. You probably sell more of those than anything. And then for entrees, the green curry. That is one of our staples. That's, one of my mom's recipes and one of her go-tos, I remember. And then also for soups, I really love pho. That's like just one of my favorite dishes. Pho, and then if you like curry, the kalpoon, which is a red curry noodle soup. I remember I was just having that growing up as well. And then my mom's like most favorite recipe, which is on there, is what she had to have on there. She's like, we have to have this soup. I always made it for you, and like this is my grandma's recipe. It's the khao soi long prabang. So it's pork and like tomato and fermented soybean base, and it's like really red. It looks super super spicy, but it's really not spicy. But it has so many different like flavors to it. And then you can get like the wide noodles or the skinny noodles, and then there's like a gingery chicken broth that we put on it.
There's something about the colors too, like the richness in those
Yeah,
recipes. Yeah. And I'm excited that you brought up your mom and how these are recipes it sounds like you grew up with. These are Laotian dishes, which comes, directly from your heritage and family, or correct?
yes, yeah, definitely a lot of food that I grew up with, and just remember waking up to and smelling in the morning and hearing my mom like cook all these dishes.
Yeah, the green curry is what I got. So I can certify that. And I'm so excited to hear that's like one of your go-tos from your mom. And so folks in the food community likely know this, but this might be news to some people. But you got a nod this year from the James Beard Awards for, Best Emerging Chef. You have quite the kitchen resume before Ahan, certified chef baddie.
I love that. That's kind of a new one. That's great though.
Yeah, so for those who are just meeting you now, can you give us a sense of where you've cooked like before this moment?
Yes. So my very first kitchen job was at L'Etoile. It was when I was 20, and I went to intern there. I went to UW for a little while, and then I ended up wanting to go to culinary school because I just got really interested in food and then like a different sense. Like I always worked in restaurants, like family restaurants and stuff. But then I just got like there was a big, hike. So I decided to do culinary school. I did like it, and I was just trying to get this internship at L'Etoile because I ate there for like my 20th birthday or something crazy. Like I don't know why. I was like, I want to go there for my 20th birthday, and then I just fell in love with it. And I was like, I need to work here. So it started there as like an intern, and then had worked for Tori for a lot of different places, restaurants, Sujo. I did work for Underground at Four Quarter for a little while, which was amazing as well.
Four Quarter of it's a former restaurant on East Johnson that was so good.
Yeah, it's just amazing little place with so much creativity. But yeah, I worked for Chef Tori for most of my, professional cooking career, which has been amazing. Like, one of my favorite chefs and mentors. Like I always say that my mom and Chef Tori are like my favorite chefs and mentors.
Oh, that's so awesome. I'm as you said, you went to culinary school and you're trained in all of these different cooking styles. What would you say? Are there any really specifics to Laotian cooking, and why you're drawn to that?
I think my main draw to it is just the familiar flavors growing up, and I love spicy food. Like I just want to eat everything spicy, and I just love all the really bold and strong flavors, and also just getting to learn more about, my background and like how like dishes are made in Laos. It's like completely opposite. I sometimes when I like you learn the steps from a French cooking background, but like both types of food are like so amazing and complex.
Are there secret sauces at Ahan, like the lifeblood sauces or ingredients that are kind of standard go-tos? I'm asking for a friend.
I don't know if there's like any secret sauces. I think it's like really like the balance, you know? I feel like we don't use anything like super like out there. Like I think the main secrets are probably like my mom's like, cow soy base and like her stock like seasoning recipes, like those are her things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And if you work at a Han and she's like, yeah, you can make the soups. Like she tells like my chef, Chef Keely, she's like, yeah, you can make the soup. Like, like he's like one of the only people that's allowed to season the soup.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Are all the other chefs, or all the other people cooking back there like working up to gain favor?
I think like everyone in the entire restaurant like hopes that she favors them. Like when my mom walks in, like everyone knows.
What's your mom's name?
Manola. Yeah,
Manola.
Manola. Yep.
Oh, that's beautiful. And so how often does she is she walking in? Like,
Before like, cause she retired like, kind of when I opened a Han, so she was kind of just at the restaurant. She loves cooking. Like she was always working at the restaurant, even though she's like, I'm retired, but like she's working all the time at the restaurant, just hanging out, just, making her recipes and creating new things. So she was here a lot, and then now she's in Laos for half the year, and she'll be returning in February. So we'll have like a big celebration for her. Yeah.
oh my gosh. She's gonna get back into the kitchen telling people what's up.
Yep. Yeah, like the whole restaurant probably. But yeah, she'll be here from February like through September, and yeah, she's just super excited to be back. She hasn't seen the space yet, so like everyone's excited for her to see it. Besides like a FaceTime tour with some of like our employees and friends, they'll like show her around.
Right. Well, this space is really beautiful. I'd been in the former El Dorado Grill, and the new space, like there's a lot of beautiful warm colors and also art that is familiar to me.
Yeah.
It's like community favorite artists around. I don't know if you want to talk about what it looks like inside.
So we brightened it up a bit. Chucky, my husband, his mom did a lot of the painting with Lou Vansel, and Lou's also gonna maybe do a painting of a loon in here as well.
A loon like the bird.
Yep. So Lou does a lot of loon paintings. And then also Owen Tui helped them, and Owen also did a big mural behind the bar, and it's really beautiful. It has a Han, it has some of the national flowers of Laos, which is the Dok Champa. And then also we have some artwork by Terrence. Everyone knows Terrence, and we all love Terrence. I've known him for a long time,
Yes.
several years. Hoping to get some more pieces. And then we have a couple pieces by Ethan Jackson that are up, and then also my friend Lily Wynn. So it's kind of like a big collaborative, like all of our artist friends, which I love. And, we hope to fill in some more space.
Yes, also a big fan of Terrence Adeyanju. So yeah, it's really delightful and beautiful in there, and it matches the food, the warmth, and the community. Like it adds a lot.
Yeah.
I wanted to know, by the way, what does AHAN stand for?
So Ahan actually just means food in Lao. Like,
Really?
yeah. Yep. So it's really funny because we were thinking of names because at first, like Chucky and I were gonna do a food cart, and we were like going back and forth, and I was like, should just name it a Han, like that just means food. And then people will ask what it means, and I'll just say it means food. And it's funny because we've had like Lao and Thai people come in, and they would just laugh. They're like, Han, I like the name, just food.
It's so beautiful, the word AHAN.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is hilarious. And you mentioned your head bartender. Shout out to Megan. And that she's trying to make drinks that are like good pairings with the food.
Yeah, really great flavors. She's really like taken the flavors that really match with our menu. Like her last one that she did that was really popular was like a papaya spritz, and it has like papaya and tamarind, vodka. Yeah, bubbly, delicious, fruity, fresh, and it goes. Yeah, I think that pairs really well with everything. And I know she's coming up with a new menu item soon, so everyone can look out for that. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Yep, and I know the pandan daiquiri is really popular here in Han as well. Pandan's like a tropical leaf. Yeah, that's really popular in like Southeast Asian desserts. Kind of tastes like an earthy coconut flavor to it.
Oh my God. Now I want to know, do you guys have desserts too?
We're gonna be having more desserts soon. I've just kind of been working it out. We have soft serve though. Sometimes we do panda and soft serve. Right now it's pistachio and then like an orange cream pineapple Dole Whip.
Stop. First of
Yeah,
all,
same soft serve machine from Sujo.
I love it. And I loved Sujo. I love pistachio ice cream. It sounds so, so good. I'm excited to hear about the new frontiers. Is there anything else like coming, in the new year or looking to the future that you're trying to integrate into the space?
Yeah, so I was just talking to my mom like just the other day, and I was talking to her about returning in February, and I was talking to her about how there's so much more foot traffic and these venues by here, and we were just talking about doing a late night menu. Like we were talking about having food till at least midnight, so some food specials and drink specials, which will be really awesome. And I know my chef had already been like looking at like thinking of some ideas as well. We've been kind of just going back and forth so far. So stay tuned for that, comes like spring, early spring.
Oh my
Planning on doing that.
goodness. These are beautiful, mellifluous words to our ears here at CityCast Madison, because we have talked multiple times. We're like, Madison, where is our late night food scene? Like we have some for sure, but then also the pandemic came in and like knocked a lot of folks off. The hours were changing, but getting late night food, we're a city, we deserve it. So that's really exciting.
Definitely. Yeah, yeah. We'll have to have you guys in for a fun little intro to Ahan late night.
Yes, please, please, please. Only if you pull my leg or pull my arm for that. And so in a year from now, so when we're looking towards 2025, what do you hope you can like say confidently about the things that you've accomplished with Ahan in the new space?
I hope to just see some of the, newer guests that we've had in. I hope that they're still here in a year. Like, we really enjoyed meeting some new neighbors and people around here. I hope that we're still creating and like, maybe having we do plan on, changing up the menu a little bit. Just wanted to stay with like some things first because we do have new people coming in. We didn't want them to miss out on things. So hopefully we stay creating and having new menu items and, just making, I feel like just making new dishes and drinks and just getting to know people around here. And I hope that, we're like the late night thing goes well so we can have some late night food around here.
You can expect me in. I have zero equivocation on that. I will be in for your late night. Jamie, this has been really, really fun, and all of the food background that you shared is really beautiful. I appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me in. It's been such a fun conversation, and I'm excited to have you guys in.
That's co-owner and chef at Ahan, Jamie Brown Sukasume. That's all for today here on CityCast Madison. I'm Bianca Martin. If you enjoyed the show, why not share this episode with the spiciest person you know? We're talking ghost pepper spicy. And hey, a quick request to you. We want to know, what are your resolutions for Madison in 2024? What would you like to see? Any changes in specific? More late night options? Less traffic? More bike lanes? More CityCast Madison? Leave us a voicemail with your hopes and dreams for our city at 608-318-3367. And we'll be back tomorrow morning with more stories from around the city. Until then,